What does the first hour of Subnautica 2 look like? I created my world and began customizing my character, a new feature that was not in the previous two games. I'll let you guys watch the game intro for yourselves. There are timestamps if you want to skip the intro.
Body print complete. PDA implant reset to factory settings. Warning. Atmospheric pressure above human maximum. Projected lifespan 13 minutes. Adaptation required.
I am Noah. You're the QI. Your life is my job. My job is your life. You are burning in slow motion. Under 60 atmospheres of pressure, oxygen becomes a neurotoxin.
User death imminent. Proceed to adaptation. Thanks to Terra Pioneer Nanotech, your body can adapt survival traits from a Zezuran rat. Proceed to the sampling pavilion. Scanning for necessary adaptation. Your body cannot survive exterior conditions. Please proceed to the sampling pavilion to adapt. Your body cannot survive exterior conditions. Please proceed to the sampling pavilion to adapt. Gene donor found. You must adapt alien traits to survive. Sampling. Adapting trimethylamine N-oxide synthesis. Pressure tolerance increased. Vital signs stabilizing. Congratulations. This orb is now your relative.
I was pretty surprised at the look of the game as it is quite different from their other styles. Honestly, I quite like it being different because it makes the game feel more separate from the prequels. I'm pretty grateful they changed the PDA voice back to what it was, as I didn't really like the one in Below Zero. This first look of the water is so sick, it has that same feeling of fear from the first game.
Barometric depth gauge activated.
I wasn't really sure what to expect, but when I jumped in it gave me flashbacks of the Aurora. You can see my fear as I swim around hoping there are no leviathans here.
A serious accident has occurred. Your sleep bay has been separated from the cicada. You must reach the surface and send a distress call. Inventory. Unless you can return with rescue, hundreds of stored colonists will remain trapped here.
My full name, Noetic Advisor Node, ISV CIDS B3. Between us, I can't release the life pod. The clamps have corroded shut. The tyranny of matter. I can't release the life pod. The clamps have corroded shut. The tyranny of matter. You'll have to swim out and release them manually.
Oxygen. Prepare for launch. Life pod released. Trajectory error. Collision. Collision. Thrusters disabled. Clear main thrusters. Stand by. Thruster function restored. Brace for corrective reorientation. Collision. Obstructions detected. Increasing thrusters. Releasing parachute. Error. Release firing mechanism failure. Brace for impact. Wake up. StarNav does not recognize the sky. Titan class signature on the horizon. You are not on Caesura, Pioneer.
Here I was trying to figure out what materials I needed because I remember in the first game I had no idea how to get cave sulfur to make the repair tool, haha.
Locating the colony is your best chance of survival. A prolonged search will require food and water.
This first jump was really a throwback to the first two games. This game looks really good considering all the development issues and also the fact it is in early access.
This organism
I guess this is the new bladderfish.
fresh water. This made an adaptation to the seawater's anomalously high viral and overhangs.
I like these new clumps of ores you can break. The creatures look very promising. I like their designs and I am excited to see what the Leviathans look like. I spent most of the first few minutes gathering supplies to make tools. I pinned some recipes and went back out again. I saw these strange creatures in the air and thought they looked like hot air balloons. We haven't really seen many out-of-water creatures apart from the ice worm, but especially not in the air. I have played Subnautica and Below Zero and I think they are some of or if not the best games I have ever played. I have high expectations for this sequel and I hope it lives up to the hype when the new updates come out. It is important to know the story isn't fully out yet and comes to a hard stop at a certain time, which they will add on to later. If you are desperate to play the game, it is worth purchasing, but if not, I would recommend waiting a while so you can have a more fleshed out experience. The fear factor is definitely here as the noises of creatures made me reconsider exploring over there.
Oxygen.
I didn't realize it, but I was supposed to get the genetic mutation for digestion here. This funky thing spoke to me, and I'm guessing the big coral tree is going to be the main focus of this game.
There's no sign of plant life on this world. This waxy fiber is closer to vinyl or latex.
I had a lot of fun exploring this new world and all the new flora and fauna there is, which is unique to this game.
The Noetic Advisor has critical warning. Stomach failure. Expected caesarean proteins. Found unknown alien tissue. The Noetic Advisor has transmitted an alert. Return to the life pod at your convenience.
Here is a clip of me being very stupid and not realizing I can't eat the animals yet.
Cannot digest this world's life. Acid can be used to make basic chemical batteries.
I figure out how to make batteries, however I couldn't seem to find copper for the life of me. I found this building which required a battery as it had no power. It also showed me how the new bases will look, and I quite like the square look compared to the circular one in the first two games. It sort of gives me a No Man's Sky vibe. This trench looks so scary, I thought it was the void lol. I finally found the copper I needed for batteries.
Oxygen.
I jumped so hard from this little bugger coming up behind me.
Stranded on 4546B, Riley Robinson used a field scanner to outwit teleporting alien cyborgs and treat his Kara infection. Behavioral economists still debate why Riley abandoned a lucrative motivational speaking career to return to frontier life.
I was so happy when I heard this reference to the first game. I think it was a nice hint at the history of the game and makes the vault feel more connected. I then got my first few scans down with the scanner I crafted. I was glad they didn't change the fundamental tools seen in the first game. I made a new battery so I could revisit the building and restore its power.
All systems online. Power connected.
Welcome back, Pioneer. I'm Sophie Boucher,
I'm in.
coral dye surgeon. By
Having
now
a
you
look
know we're
around.
not on Vezura.
This structure
We call
was
this
connected
planet
to Suite
Proteus.
A3
We don't know when
until the
rescue will
base
find us.
suddenly-
For the sake of all our sleeping friends, we have to learn how to survive. Naima?
Hey, fellow dead slave. I'm Naima Nakota, ecologist. A sip of seawater. Notice that sweet blood taste under the salt? That's a toxic dose of heavy metals. Nobody survived past 3 months. It's a beautiful place to die over and over again.
But don't let that beauty seduce you, Pioneer. Exposure to Proteus causes a delusion we call Maysfield syndrome. The call of the sea. People may tell you it's a gift. Ignore them. You remember what Kara did to our homes. You know we can't trust alien biology. We've set up a lab here with a few basic biomods. They're safe. But if you start to hear voices, or if you get the urge to swim to the tree, don't go. Habitat is due north. We'll come pick you up. See you soon, Pioneer.
This person talks of the strange voice I heard, which I'm guessing came from the tree. I got the dash mutation and the speed mutation from the building, as I felt those were the most important too. I got the first scan for the habitat builder and also the tadpole, which is sort of the new seam moth. I made the habitat builder after getting the second scan and began to build a small base for storage. I think the base building looks very promising and I am excited to build more. I like how the hatches are a barrier that doesn't need opening.
Oxygen.
Welcome aboard.
Overall, I think the game looks amazing, especially for so early on in its lifespan. Comment if you would like to see more playthrough videos or more tutorial videos for Subnautica 2.